Happy Mardi Gras, and welcome to another episode of Tales from the Parade Route. Again, we're joined by our wonderful friend, Mr. Clark Brennan, the captain of Krewe of Bacchus.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So
yes, happy Mardi Gras.
Yeah, we're literal days away from your parade here.
Yes.
So, for starters, tell us a little bit about the parade this year. What's the theme?
So this year's Throw Me Something, Mister.
All right.
We all hear that since we were little kids, and it came up to be an idea one day, and we were talking about it when we sit around a table like this and discuss what we're going to have as the theme, and we just came up with Throw Me Something, Mister, and then you started going down the line, Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Coffee, Mr. Magoo, Mr. T. So it just started to roll off your tongue from there, and the floats are cute. The throws are really cute. The Mr. Potato Head throw is literally a Mr. Potato Head with all the pieces and stuff. So we're looking forward to it. I think the kids are really going to enjoy it. And I would say even for those that are over, those that are young at heart, those over 40, will appreciate this parade because a lot of the floats are from the days of old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at the open house, we saw a lot of what you're going to roll, and, a lot of it was the older cartoons
Sure.
and all. So,
Sure.
That's not a single age, but
That's right.
y'all really ran with that
That's
one.
right.
That was a good.
Now my wife did say she was at Walmart the other day, and Mr. Bubbles is still available for sale.
And again, one thing that's really so special, I know we touched on it last year, but, the added effects that y'all put onto a float.
Sure.
That it's not just, a piece of paper mache, basically,
Right.
It's, Mr. Bubble is spitting out bubbles.
That's right. That's
You've
right.
got,
They're all works of art, and all the parades do a wonderful job in doing that. I mean, Orpheus has the beautiful flowers, and I mean, my God, it's gorgeous. And Rex has the beautiful daytime, but they have the glitter and the things that are moving and the paper mache. All the crews do an awful lot to put into their floats to make them look as pretty and as a piece of art as possible. Bacchus, we do a lot. We add lighting, and Damien's really known for their lights, and they're amazing what they're doing now with lighting and the technology. We've got smoke and bubbles and lights, etc. So we're still our Krewe of Bacchus, and we're still doing great things. But all the parades do an amazing job to put on our show.
let's see, you talked a little bit about some of the throws. One of the things that we saw at the open house that got us very excited is socks. Did I see that each float basically has a pair of socks?
Yes, so we've got 24 different pairs of socks.
24.
And
man, I'm going to be running out of floats.
It's become a big thing. I mean, I think George Schiaffino, one of our board members, he always wore socks, different colored socks. And years ago, everybody kind of did it, but it's kind of coming back now. And so we started making a sock here, a sock there for Christmas, and this and that. And then the lieutenants on the floats got involved and like, wait a second, I want a sock for my float. I want a sock for my float. So it is cool. It's good, and they are really, really good socks. I'm on my feet all the time in what I do, and these socks really hold your feet and are very supportive for those that are on their feet a lot.
Yeah, it's not the type of socks that are gonna
It's not
fall apart over the
that's
first
right. No,
wash,
no. They're good socks. They're good socks.
Yeah. Let's see. Doubloons, it's always a hot topic.
Doubloons, we've got them this year. We're having them made still to this day, getting them through, and we'll still have them. Put your signs up that says "Throw me something," but if you want doubloons, the best thing to do is to put a sign up and say, "Please doubloons." And I know the members really look for that.
Yeah.
Because not everybody wants doubloons, and,
right.
But those collectors, like I know you guys are, really want them.
So we'll have a King Doubloon come parade time?
We will have a King Doubloon.
Okay.
If it gets here in time. Today is
I knew
it's
it
getting late.
was-
It's getting late.
Today's the arrival
We've
day,
ordered
yeah.
them. We've done them. they are supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Now, I can't guarantee that because I don't control the delivery. But we have processed them, we've put them through, they're supposed to be here for parade time.
Awesome. Well, as a doubloon collector, we always love the swap at the den.
Yeah,
That's always a great one, because, I
Yeah.
mean, you guys have always catered to doubloon collectors.
sure, sure.
You were probably one of the first that really threw tons of them. I mean, I want to say the first year, y'all threw like 600,000 doubloons.
Well, that was the big change, was the doubloons. And so as a little kid, I remember most members got some beads, but they had thousands, each member got thousands of doubloons.
Yeah.
And that became a big issue, a big thing for Bacchus. But in years, as you know, have gone by, and the doubloon has kind of come, a byproduct.
Collector bases.
Right.
Yeah.
That collection from the kids aspect has changed, because kids are doing other things today.
Yeah.
But we still have the doubloons, and we still have the heavies and the multicolored and all that kind of stuff.
So he mentioned King, just
Well,
not too long ago.
Adam DeVine is going to be our king. We're extremely excited. John Goodman helped us get him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so they're good friends. And I'm going to see him today. We're going to pick him up from the airport today at 5:30. And we're excited to welcome Adam. His wife Chloe and his family are coming in town to show him New Orleans. He's been to New Orleans before.
Yeah.
But he's never been to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. And
Yeah, I
that-
know he had like a reality show or like a competition show that he filmed down here at one point, from what I was seeing on his IMDb.
I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
don't know. But
I also understood his wife is from, I think, Homa.
they have Louisiana roots.
Yeah,
So
so-
her parents are still here, and they'll be with us the whole weekend. So I'm looking forward to meeting the gang and the families, and our family and their family get together, and that's what Bacchus tries to do with our kings, is to bring them to New Orleans, put it in a family environment to where they can really relax. They don't have to be in Hollywood. They can enjoy time with their family and friends in our great city of New Orleans. And oh, by the way, be the king of Bacchus, which is
Yeah.
huge. And
Can't imagine.
that's been a big thing. Adam and his team have said, "Well, man, we've been to New Orleans before. We can do this. We can do that." I'm like, it's Mardi Gras.
It's Mardi Gras time.
There's-
Yeah, it's a little
There's
different.
4 million people in town.
Yeah.
I mean, these bars you want to go to, they're packed.
Right.
To go down the street to Bourbon Street, you can't even move. Well, yeah, but we do this all the time. I said, yeah, but Mardi Gras is
Yeah,
a much bigger,
During all
bigger
season,
crowd.
per
That's
se,
right.
it's,
That's right.
you know.
That's right. But we've
can't
got some great
imagine.
things planned for them. We're going to take them to dinners and lunches and some after-hour fun. But they'll get a great, literally a taste of New Orleans, all the different restaurants we go to and the events that we do. And of course, Bacchus Sunday, man. You know,
Yeah.
put on your game face and get
Put on
ready
your
and get
big black
excited.
pants and let's
That's
go.
right. That's
I
right.
can only imagine that he's going to have a blast.
Well,
Yeah, that's awesome.
again, to be on the King float and
Right.
be up there, it's just, I've never done it.
Yeah.
I've gotten on the float before, and I've sat in the chair and looked around
So
and
was
said.
he.
And
Yeah,
said,
I've sat
yeah,
on the chair.
Yeah.
And like, that's just like when it's in the den, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
That's like,
yeah.
even there, it's like,
I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Just to sit there, you
Yeah.
get chills in your body. So, what a great experience! And every king that we've had over the 55 years now has said, "Oh my God,
I can't imagine.
I can't
that
imagine."
turn
That's right.
onto St. Charles.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially if somebody not familiar with Mardi Gras.
No.
You look down there and there is a sea.
And I tell you, this year, I don't know if y'all have experienced it yet, because y'all go to all the parades, but what we're hearing from other crews, every rider spot is taken.
yeah.
All the beads and throws have been bought. The hotels are full. The restaurants are full.
Yeah.
The city is jammed. And I believe after 2.5 years of COVID, and I think people just want to go, man, and get out. And so the city officials that I've spoken with in the hospitality industry and all the different captains I've spoken with, I think this might be the largest Mardi Gras ever.
I believe it. It's you know, like you said, every float that we've seen pretty much has been full.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and the crowds have been nice out,
Good,
you know,
good.
all last weekend. You know, the crowds were okay last night,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
So
and,
tonight is really when you start seeing the really thick crowds.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when, you know, from here on out, it'll be
Yeah, in the
thick,
next 5
you know.
days, 6 days will be
This
packed.
last weekend, I mean, it was a nice crowd, but it was still,
Yeah.
you know, room to move.
It's almost
It'll be
like,
getting
it's almost like
thick
Jazz
tonight.
Fest, you know, the
Yeah.
late, the day of the locals, that first weekend is great to go out because it's not as crowded.
Right.
The second weekend is packed, yeah.
yeah, you know, I know from our crew standpoint, you know, like, there was some throws that like they couldn't offer, you know, parade day type purchases.
Right, right, right.
You know, and it was because they were like, no, we sold all that stuff.
Yeah, I
man."
know.
We do
They're
do,
like, we ordered extra.
we do the same thing, we do
Right.
parade day, and we bring everything to Hall J, you know, where the floats are now. But there's not a lot,
Right.
there's not a lot.
Have you already moved all the
Oh, yeah,
floats?
everything's done.
Huh.
We're moved into Hall J in the convention center. All of our product has been moved over. Kern does the last minute touch up on the floats in the den. I mean, in Hall J.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're locked and loaded, ready
Yeah,
to
speaking
go.
of, Mr. Curran, I noticed he was one of your floats.
Yes.
Yeah,
What a
Mr.
great, what a
Mardi
great
Gras.
honor, and I'm so excited about the float and, you know, Mr. Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was just a great man, a great friend of my father's and our family. So close, I called him Uncle Blaine.
Right.
So I know Barry put some special touches on that float, and
It's-
then our
It
volunteers.
looks like a real bronze statue.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
that,
really
that
did
prop or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it on the front.
Barry said he's going to take that bronze statue and put it at Mardi Gras World as a welcome into there.
nice.
Oh,
So,
that's awesome.
so it's a great float.
Yeah.
It's a great float.
So, you know, being this close to the parade, you know, what are like the proverbial things that keeps a captain awake at night? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, for me, I pray a lot. It's an awful lot of responsibility to be a captain. You are responsible for everything. I am very thankful for a great board of directors. I am very thankful for Jennifer Burke and Kevin that are in the office that work full-time. We have a tremendous amount of volunteers, men and women, that help put this parade together. I'm one part of hundreds of tentacles, but they do ultimately come back to the captain. In all organizations, Mardi Gras, the captain is the final say, and it's big shoes to fill.
yeah,
So yes, you know, my whole vision and wish for and prayers are for safety, and that our citizens, our riders, and our people that come to visit New Orleans just have the time of their life. Laissez les bon temps rouler, and enjoy one of the great worldly events in our city. But yes, you know, these the last 2 weeks, you don't really sleep much. You know, I put my phone in my room
Right.
so no one would call. But there's 1,000 different things going on constantly. So it's just like a duck on water. On top, you think everything's fine, and he looks great, and underneath, he's paddling his life away. And so, but you have to be able to be flexible. You have to go on the flow. You have to be able to make decisions quickly, because things constantly change. Weather, airplane coming in today, buses, limousines, reservations, hotel rooms, keys. I could keep going down the line, guys. So it's an awful lot. But I think one of God's talents that he gave me was to be able to absorb all of it and then really work through it in a peaceful manner. But I ask for that grace to please help me, Lord,
yeah,
to get through these days of a lot of moving parts. It is an absolute miracle that our parades roll down the street and we don't have more problems.
yeah,
And so it's just a great tribute to our city that we do it well. Our police, our fire, our first responders are amazing. We had a police luncheon a couple of weeks ago, and I just said, man, I can't thank y'all enough because, you know, I'm in the hospitality business, so I'm away from my family a lot.
Yeah.
These ladies and gentlemen are away from their families and have their lives on the line, but they do it better than anybody in the world, whether it's Mardi Gras, Super Bowls, Final Fours, all the festivals, Jazz Fest. Y'all know it. This city's rocking, and our police force and our first responders do an amazing job to make sure that we're safe.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it again this year. But yeah, it's a duck on water.
So,
Well, I mean, with all the huge events you have, I mean, from your open house to your Christmas parties
Sure,
to the
sure.
parade itself, your after party, you do a great job. Your team does a great job. They all seem to
takes a
come
team.
together seamlessly.
It takes a team. It takes a team. Sometimes, you know, personalities come and clash sometimes, and sometimes you can make somebody upset about such and such and such. But again, the captain makes the ultimate decision at the end. But I am a believer in letting my men and women do their jobs. If there's a major problem, then I get involved. But if you want the job, you're going to take the job and you're going to do the job. And I trust them wholly. And I give them the right to do what they want to do as long as it's fair, equal, and honest. We're going to do it.
so one other thing that you'd touched on, you'd mentioned the police and the first responder support. This year, y'all are officially getting to ride your full route, you know?
I'm so glad that the city made that decision and will allow us to do that. You know, we all know the police are going through some issues, and it's a problem. But again, we will work through this. But this year, working with Orleans Parish Sheriff's Department, Jefferson Parish, State Police, Harbor Police, St. Bernard Police, they came together to help New Orleans.
Yeah.
And we can't forget this, that these other agencies are here to help New Orleans put on a hell of a show.
Right.
And to keep everyone safe. So I thank all of those organizations that have come to help. Bacchus is we're using Orleans Parish Sheriff's Department. Is who's gonna fill our 34 spots to give us our 8 blocks of protection to Chapatulas and Napoleon to give us that area. The other crews, I'm not sure who they're using, but all I can speak for.
Kind of random with
Yeah,
whoever they could pick up for details and
Right,
whatnot.
right.
You know, what I really love about the officers on the route is, I mean, that's a tough job, but a
Sure.
lot of them have fun with it. I love when they're,
Yeah.
you know, photo bombing
yeah,
people
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything else.
You gotta go with the flow.
Yeah.
And so, and again, New Orleans, you know, the police are known for, look, they're gonna let a lot of things go, but if you put their back to the wall, you're going to jail.
Right.
You know, so be smart. Don't mess with the police. They've got a lot on their mind. They're tired. They're frazzled. They're doing this 24/7 for 2 weeks in a row. Don't mess with them.
Yeah.
If they tell you to sit down, sit down.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're going to jail and you ain't getting out till the day after Mardi Gras
Right.
Day.
If that.
That's right, that's right. So, but again, what a great job they do and what a great sacrifice that their families do for their husbands and wives to be gone for those periods of time. But sometimes I do see the police, they're on a such and such corner and they have their kids or whatever with them. So it works out well, yeah.
I mean, we all love Mardi Gras. They
Yeah.
have fun too. You know, they're
And that's the grace,
keeping their
and that's the
eyes
great
peeled, but-
grace and great thing about New Orleans is that the 2 weeks of Mardi Gras, everybody pretty much chills out.
Yeah.
You know, from the bad guy to the good guy, because their kids want to come see parades and they want to come enjoy the life.
Yeah.
And thank God when we put millions of people on the street that we don't have more problems. And really and truly, we don't.
Yeah.
No, it's
Because everybody gets along here, you know.
I mean, it's unusual, honestly. I mean, you hear of it. It happens once every couple of years or so. Something goes down, but
Yeah,
with that many people,
Yeah.
you know, shoulder to shoulder, it's surprising. Like
that's
you
right,
said.
that's right, that's right.
Yeah, we always try to give love to the police on the route
Sure.
for Bacchus Sunday.
Sure,
Like
sure.
we've always got a big spread of food, and
Yeah, yeah.
like one of his running gags every year is that we've always got donuts in the morning.
Yeah.
Bring them down.
And he'll show them the donuts, and they'll be like, "Come on," you know.
Wait, did they go, come on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Yeah, there's always one holdout, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
he'll
yeah.
eventually come
That's
around.
right, that's right, that's right. Where do y'all get for Bacchus? Where do y'all like to be?
We
the corner
stand by General Pershing in
Okay.
St. Charles, so
Gotcha, gotcha.
we're getting y'all right as y'all are coming off of Napoleon.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and things are, due to lack of better words, coming back to order. You
That's
know,
right,
it's like,
that's right.
you
That
know,
big turn there,
flank, yeah.
that turn there sometimes can get a little rough.
Yeah.
And Katrina was very good to us and knocked out a giant oak tree that was in our way. So, a new one's coming back, but
You know,
we have probably
Your
20
grandkids
more
will be worried
years.
about that
Right,
tree,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
This
yeah.
tree, and I wanted to cut that thing down so
That's
bad,
right.
but it was probably like a good 100-year-old, beautiful tree. You know?
Sure, sure.
But we've got a group of friends that, we've been congregating in the same spot for
Yeah, I mean,
25 years.
Well, that's another great story, man. I just was talking to a friend of mine, and it brings tears to my eyes. He's been in the same location. He's 65 years old since birth. His parents, his grandparents, his great-grandparents have lived in that area and have gone to that same corner on St. Charles for generations.
Wow.
And those are the great stories of New Orleans.
Yeah. I think
I've
And,
been
and the
since-
tradition of Bacchus. I mean, not of Bacchus, the tradition of Mardi Gras.
Yeah, and
I've been in that same spot since, what, 8th grade?
Yeah.
Around
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
And then I started going with a friend of mine's family. They'd gone probably 20 years before.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not even just our group of friends and family and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like the people across the street from us, they know we're going to be there every
Yeah,
year, and
yeah.
they come over and shake hands with
Yeah,
us. And,
yeah.
Yeah, we probably
Yeah.
have 20 neighborhood friends that we've just
Yeah,
made
yeah.
over the years.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's awesome. It's
And the
awesome.
only place that we know them from is St. Charles on
Yeah.
Bacchus Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. It's like going to the Saints game. The guy behind you, been
Right,
there
right.
20 years,
Yeah.
and you become friends 8 weekends a year because you go to Saints games. That's right.
Hopefully 1 or 2 more weeks.
We
even.
hope, man. The Saints have had a little rough ride there, but hopefully there's
Yeah.
some changes coming up.
So I know y'all got y'all's Bacchus bash after the parade.
We have the Bacchus Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Yes, that's on Sunday after the parade, and we parade through the traditional route, and then we end up at the rendezvous. And so you'll have 10,000 guests there, all dressed beautifully and nice-looking tuxedos, and you need a second wind. You just get
Yeah.
ready because you've just done 3 miles, 4 miles of the parade route, and it's work. But when you get to the convention center, that next jolt of energy hits you, and you get excited again, and then you see your friends and family that are there, and then, man, you get off the float. I go wash my hands, kind of wash my face a little bit. I wear gloves because the beads are
Yeah.
dirty. Clean up some, and then go see my family, and then the parade will continue to come through, and then the party goes till 3 a.m. in the morning. So that's about the time that I can really kind of relax and see that we've done a good job and everybody's been safe, and it's a big weight off my shoulders at that
Yeah.
time.
So you actually get the pleasure of seeing your own parade then.
I do.
It's not often.
I do. And
you
so I get pulled in a lot of different directions, but I do, when I get off my float, by the time I get there, I've missed a couple of floats, but by the time I get to my table, I do try to step back and watch the parade because it is a beautiful, and
Yeah.
all the work that has gone into
Right,
it,
yeah.
I want to see it,
Yeah, it truly is a masterpiece.
And
to
you can
see.
watch it on, WWL as well.
Yeah.
Live shoots it. So it comes on their show at I think 10:30 on
Yeah,
Sunday.
You're probably one of the few captains that actually gets to witness their parade though.
Yeah, yeah,
Because most of them get off and immediately run and, it's kind of a shame after all that work that you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
enjoy it. you
That's
know.
right. Well, all the work we do, I want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not worth it if you're not having fun.
Sure.
And if the day that happens, then there'll be another captain.
Yeah, to see the combination of, the beautiful parades, the top quality marching groups.
Sure.
I
Man,
mean,
we have 36 bands this year.
wow.
Don't quote me on this, but I'm almost positive we have 10 college bands coming in.
Wow. Wow.
And so it costs a lot of money to do that, but what we've been working with is to offset the expenses of the crews. And so they'll come and operate on Sunday, they might do Endymion on Saturday, and maybe do Rex or Orpheus Monday, Tuesday. And it allows these kids to come in from Ohio, New York, Michigan, Alabama, Mississippi, all the local Southeastern Conference.
Yeah.
But what a great thing for the band and they use it as a recruiting tool.
Right.
So bands have big competitions in the college ranks as well. So we're really excited to have them. Plus our great local bands, they come every year.
Yeah.
But it'll be a great show. I mean, it'll be a great show coming down the parade route.
Yeah, I don't recall ever seeing 10 college bands in the parade. I mean, you
Yeah.
always see the first few, a few particular come to mind, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I can name 10.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
that I
sure,
see in
and I
parades.
could probably but I don't have my phone with me, but
Yeah.
I think it's 10 we got this year coming from college. And those are big bands, 200-300 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great show, it's gonna be a great time. Looks like the weather's gonna be beautiful for the weekend, and that always helps.
Yeah. I'd say that's one thing I have noticed this year is that a lot of the bands are just bigger and better than ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
saw St. Aug it took a little downswing. I don't know if they had a new director or something. He was getting his feet under it, but they're
Back.
like he used
Good,
to be.
good.
The car was magnificent the other
Yeah.
night. Yeah, a lot of them.
Well,
just
again, it's
really
COVID,
good.
man. COVID shut a bunch of that stuff down,
Yeah.
So I tell you, my wife is a teacher, and she sees it, that the kids have to catch up now. So as an athlete or a musician, if you lay off blowing the horn for a year or 8 months or 6 months, whatever it was, you
Yeah,
gotta
you get
bring
rusty.
it all back. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what happened to my dance skills.
What skills?
Everybody knows.
Yeah, it's to see the bands this year, the floats, the celebrities.
Yeah.
It's I really can't wait to see y'all's
Well,
parade
good,
this
man.
year. It's gonna be
We're
a great
looking
time.
forward to it, and I thank you guys for doing what you do
Yeah.
to bring a little bit of what we do here in New Orleans to your audience. And I know this goes all over the world with technology. So it's anytime I can help, you let me know, and it's great being with you guys. And again, let's roll and have a great weekend.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do
have
the
a
same.
wonderful ride.
Okay,
Stay
guys.
dry.
Yeah. Hail Bacchus.
Hail Bacchus. Thank y'all so much.
Signing out. We're gonna see you on the right.